My name is Sister Sharon Rose. I'm a novice with the Carmelite Sisters for the Aged and Infirm. I have a brother. I was raised by two very wonderful parents, and I grew up half a mile from the National Shrine of Our Lady of Mount Carmel. And the Carmelite friars, they take care of that shrine, and they took care of my parish that I grew up in. So I grew up with the idea that religious life is a normal path, that every bit as normal as marriage, every bit as normal as single. It never seemed very strange to me. I first started hearing the call when I was 16, but I wasn't aware that that's what I was hearing. I just developed an awareness of God as a person, as a loving person who wanted to be friends, who wants to be friends with all of us, and will do absolutely anything to bring each and every soul close to Him. And I decided when I was 16 that I wanted to be friends with Him back. Initially, when you first hear the call, it could either be a very joyful thing or a very scary thing. I think a lot of times when you first start thinking about, there is an underlying emotion involved. And so I asked God, I don't know if this is real or if it's just because I'm here. But if it's real, please let me know and I'll discern and we'll see if this is where you're calling me. And I remember I saw the passage with Eli and Samuel. And God keeps calling to Samuel, and Samuel keeps running to Eli like, oh, here I am, you called for me. And Eli finally realizes it's God. And I remember thinking to myself, Lord, I know I shouldn't ask you for signs, but if this is the reading tomorrow, I'll take that as a really clear sign that I'm supposed to discern. Lo and behold, that was the reading at Mass the next day. I'm sitting there in astonishment. I'm looking around like no one else knows why this is so amazing to me of all the readings, of all the passages in the Bible. So thus began it took roughly 5 years. Yeah, 5 years between the point when I was starting to discern and the point when I entered this community. It was a roller coaster.
For the honor of God.
Oh, well, Saturday I get to make my first vows, poverty, chastity, and obedience. I am very excited.
And to follow Christ more closely.
Well, one thing I remember that Mother Angeline was told when she left her old community and was starting this one. She was told that if it is of God, it will prosper. And I would say that's the same true thing with any vocation. If it is of God, it will prosper. So the biggest thing I would tell young women who are discerning is trust. Trust in God. I would say that the best community for them is simply the one that they are called to be at. But while they're looking, I would suggest that balance is very good. And that's what I found here. I found a very well-balanced community, balanced in their prayer life, their ministry, their community life, very down to earth, but loving God with all their heart. It's very exciting, and I will say it's a little bit nerve-wracking. It's almost like, oh, here it comes, that thing that I've been preparing for the past almost 3 years now. All I could do is just pray and do my very best.